Come on, Maisie, grow up. He's bad news. Come in.
Oh, Maisie, you were wonderful. You're feeling all right now?
Oh, sure, I'm fine.
I should have been able to stand by Jock.
Well, I'll tell you. On the block where I was raised, we got kind of used to blood. I mean, like on Saturday nights, there was always 3 or 4 black eyes and maybe a lip cut open, and my pa was no exception. I guess where you were raised, you didn't see much of that.
No, not much. I hope Michael didn't think too badly of me. I wanted to help, I just couldn't, that's all.
Oh, don't go blaming yourself. That's how it is. Some women can do things and others can't. And it takes a certain kind of woman to handle a certain kind of man.
What do you mean?
You and Dr. Shane?
Maisie, I'm very grateful to you for what you did today, but I honestly don't think it gives you the right to discuss something you know nothing about. Something that's not your business.
Look, I'm doing it to be friendly. I like you an awful lot. I hate to see you go off the rails like you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I know what's right for me. I don't need advice.
Go on, you do, too. Mrs. McWade is like he said that first night. I heard because I was listening at the door.
You had no right to do that.
I know, but I did. You're all mixed up. Living out here turned out to be hotter and lonelier than you dreamed about. You couldn't take it anymore. And right then, along comes our pal Shane. He's big and good-looking, and he gets you off balance by being mean and swell by turns. Your husband has no use for him, and that makes him plenty romantic. So you pin all your dreams on him. You say to yourself, here's the answer. Here's love.
Yes. You're very shrewd, Maisie. I know this is the answer. I am in love with Michael. As soon as Jacques is better, I'm going to tell him honestly. He'll understand. He'll want me to be happy. Jacques' the kindest, most understanding man in the world.
Gee, from where I sit, that sounds like a swell husband. What do you want, for heaven's sake?
Love. I realize now I've never been in love before.
Only with Dr. Shane, huh?
Yes. And I know he loves me, too, although he's never touched me, never even kissed me. That's because he realizes I have a problem with Jacques. He knows how I feel.
And he knows he'll get what he wants by Monday anyway.
That's a horrible thing to say.
It would be a horrible thing for you to do. Because I'm telling you, he's the last guy in the world for you.
You know nothing about either of us.
Oh, yes, I do. Maybe I never met many people like you, but I've seen plenty like him. Oh, he's a deluxe model, streamlined chassis, white-wall tires, fog lights, and 2 horns, but it's the same old car. I know him all right.
Oh, no, you don't.
Well, I oughta. I've been thinking about him ever since I saw him with no time out except to sleep, and then I dream about him.
You're jealous. You're talking against Michael because you want him for yourself.
Listen, I wouldn't take him if I won him at bingo. I'm crazy about him. I think maybe after today I might be able to get him, but no thanks. I've had my share of one-night stands. I'm looking for a term contract.
You think Michael isn't the marrying kind, is that it? You think if it were you he loved, he wouldn't marry you?
Me or anyone. Listen, I want to marry and have a home and kids for a guy who'd love me even if I had a cold in my head.
That's the way Michael and I feel about each other. We'll make a home together.
No, for you, that's Dr. McWade.
No,
oh,
Maisie.
Can't you see what kind of a deal you'd get from that Shane? You'd have a great 6 months, and when I say 6 months, I'm allowing for shrinkage. 3's nearer. Then one day he'd look at you like you were someone he met in the subway.
Oh, Maisie, you're impossible. That could never happen to us. Michael will never leave me.
No, he wouldn't leave you. He'd make you leave him with scars on you that would never heal up. You'd be crying for Jock then, but he'd be married most likely to some girl who knew when she was in luck. Oh, listen, Mrs. McWade, you couldn't take that. You're not tough enough. You're going to ruin your whole life. The only kind of guy for you is what you got. A gentleman.
Then why have I been so unhappy with him? Tell me that. Why have I felt for a whole year that I haven't been living at all?
Because you shouldn't be living in Africa at all. You can't take this place. You're scared of it. It's got you licked, but you won't let on. Oh, where does pride get you except in a jam? Listen, why don't you go to him and say, take me home? You belong back in Montclair, the both of you.
No, Maisie.
Oh, sure, a pretty house, your friends, him doctor, and you with maybe some kids to raise. Oh, gee, I'd give my right arm to make you see there's nothing wrong between you and Dr. McWade that going home wouldn't cure.